How's it going, guys? Welcome back to 12 Days of Zelda Goodness, Countdown to Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. I keep wanting to say Definitive Edition. I don't know. Maybe that's just easier to pronounce, easier to say. I don't know. Anyway, we're back. Last time we watched the trailer, one of the launch trailers for Hyrule Warriors Legends on the 3DS. Why am I moving my hands like Donald Trump? Anyway, so we're going to watch the reveal announcement for Breath of the Wild from E3 2016. And yes, Reggie's going to be in the video. Well, in the video on Nintendo's YouTube channel. Anyway, let's get into it.
Hi, this is Reggie from Nintendo. Before we begin, we want to extend our condolences to all the victims of the two tragic events.
I actually forgot about this. In Norway?
Our thoughts are with their families and their communities. And this includes Christina Grimmie, who
Wait, you said Norway?
The two tragic events in Orlando.
Orlando? I don't know if they said
Our thoughts
Norway.
are with their families and their communities.
So this is the
And
airport
this includes
shooting?
Christina Grimmie, who was killed in the earlier incident and was scheduled to visit us here at our E3 booth this week. At Nintendo, we try to make our fans smile. But this week at E3, we'll also be shedding a few tears. Please join me in a moment of silence.
It's not much of a moment of silence. I said a moment, not a minute, to be fair, but still. It was like...
If you've been a fan of Nintendo over the years, you'll know that the Nintendo experience is different at every E3.
Yeah, that's true.
We always look for the best way to introduce our most important content.
Usually.
And this year is no different. And that's why we're coming to you directly from our show booth on the set of Nintendo Treehouse Live. On the other side of the wall behind me, the finishing touches are being made before we open it up to thousands of industry insiders in just a couple of hours. That space will immerse visitors in the world of a single game, the newest entry in the Legend of Zelda franchise. What's in store is an entirely new format for a Zelda game. 3 decades ago, the first Zelda game changed the way millions of people thought about video games. And this week, you'll discover a game that could change that thinking again. Here's the first look at what awaits.
Open your eyes.
Yep. I remember this trailer. I remember when I first made a video on this, I kept calling it The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wind instead of Breath of the Wild. For some reason I kept calling it wrong, but whatever. I never noticed that guy in the background. Alright, so we have ducks, the geese, not gooses, geese. Goose plural is geese. I think, well, whatever, there's some kind of ducks. Birds. Not sure what kind. Is that the Tower of Time, I think? Some guardians.
Open your eyes.
And active guardians.
Wake up, Link.
Ooh, I love this game. Cinematic, well, gameplay, but the camera doesn't move like that. Well, whatever. Actually, no, I think that was a cutscene. They just made it look like gameplay. Oops, sorry, I'm shaking my desktop here. Now, what would be nice with if Nintendo and Breath of the Wild 2 or Hyrule Warriors Age of Definitive, it's co-developed by Nintendo, but if Koei Tecmo, whatever, in the next two Zelda games, if they can make it where when you destroy trees and whatnot, the leaves don't shrink in size before they disappear, like they did in this game. It's a Guardian. This is a cutscene, right? I believe. Pretty sure it is. Alright, the Master Sword. I will be streaming this. Obviously, I'm going to wait for Age of Calamity to come out. Stream that first, and then, yeah, do this. The Legend of Zelda. Breath of the Wild 2. No, just Breath of the Wild. I'm just kidding. I do want to do a countdown for Breath of the Wild 2 as well, though. Did it for the first Breath of the Wild. I almost did a countdown for the Switch, but I was like, well, the Switch comes out the same day as Breath of the Wild, so no. But yeah, this was announced back in 2016 for the Wii U, and back then it was the Nintendo NX. But in the trailer, it'll just basically, it only said Wii U. Well,
Legend of
in this
Zelda,
video, I should say.
Breath of the Wild introduces you to a Hyrule that is truly seamless, where simply moving from one place to another begins to create what may be the adventure of a lifetime.
Curate or create?
And not only is this new world vast,
I think a
but
curate
it feels
more like
alive.
moderating.
It teems with
no,
adventure.
Yeah.
Throughout Link's quest, Hyrule will be a resource,
I mean, I guess it could
an
be making
ally,
stuff
an
too.
enemy,
Anyway.
and always a place for discovery and wonder. This is easily one of the biggest experiences ever created by Nintendo. And today, you're going to get a close-up look. The portion of the game we're highlighting at E3, a wide-ranging plateau, may seem huge. In fact, no one here this week will be able to explore all of it.
Oh, no.
But even then, that plateau is only a tiny fraction of the full game map. We'll be devoting almost this full first day of Nintendo Treehouse Live coverage to just this one environment. Then, in the future, you'll learn more about the story, the characters, and the ways in which the boundaries of all previous Zelda titles are being broken. But in the end, full understanding and full immersion will only come when you experience it for yourself.
So that was Breath of the Wild, the reveal for the Wii U and the Switch, but the NX. But yeah, they just focused on the Wii U version only. I don't even remember if there was any mention of the Switch. Well, no, there was no mention of the Switch. But I don't know if I don't remember there being any mention of the NX. Not in that presentation. I could be wrong. Maybe in the Treehouse they did say NX, but I did watch the Treehouse, but I don't remember every detail of it. Like, I've only sat down and watched it like once, and there was times I left the room, so I could have missed something, you know. Anyway, sure, if one of you guys remember, feel free to let me know in the comments and let me know how much of a dumbass I am. Anyway, yeah, so that's Breath of the Wild. We'll look more at Breath of the Wild later on. Tomorrow, we'll look at the Nintendo Switch presentation. Anyway, that is going to be it. Hopefully you are enjoying the series. Leave a like or a dislike if you didn't like this. Leave a hate. No, you can't leave hates. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I will see you guys in the next video.